All right, just this way. The training room is this way.
I lean into my friends and I just let them know. Well, I know we're about to do this exam, but just so you know, Rue is in prison. I think she's gonna get Gafran to help her though. She stopped messaging me back.
I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Did she burn down an orphanage?
I don't know. It was kind of a lot of words at once, and then they disappear right after. So trying to digest any of that was impossible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is she fine?
Well, I've messaged her a few times. So, hopefully.
Okay.
All right, through here. This is our training room. Professor Drosk ushers you in to a sort of heavy stone cylindrical room after you've kind of descended some stairs in the area. Purple lights surround a cylindrical platform in the center of the room. Several sigils are emblazoned with purple magic on various pillars ringing the room. You can see that there are some statues and things around the room, and there is another sort of large purple sigil on the platform. As the professor activates something with the wave of her hand, you can see the torches get a little bit brighter, and the sigils begin to emblazon. There we are. Welcome to the Maleficanum training room. Here, you will perform your practical tests for admittance into the academy. Do not worry. This training room is well guarded against magical disasters. And she makes a point to look at the remedial students. Dicker smiles. And... Sorry, go ahead.
At least she's not looking at us, right?
True, I suppose. I mean, is she?
She's glancing around, and she says, "Now, I'm sure you're wondering what exactly is required of you here. This practical examination is important to judge your magical abilities as they are, and your capabilities as they may be. This platform here is where the trials will take place. Now, you have choices to make. You can either participate as a group, or you can participate individually. You also have the option of showcasing some of your talents. If you desire it, you can take the easy version of the test, the normal difficulty, or the challenging difficulty.
What's the difference? Why would you do that?
A good question. The easy difficulty will pit you against easier creatures. However, it may not be best for you to showcase what you can do. If you pit yourself against a difficult challenge, You may be given a much more difficult test, but you may showcase your abilities more. While this chamber will prevent your deaths during this trial, it will not stop pain. You will feel pain as if you are, well, injured however you are injured.
Okay.
If you take on a challenge that is far above you, that will not do you well either. If you take on a difficult challenge and you overcome it, well, that will earn you quite a high score. Think and choose wisely. Individual, group, and what sort of difficulty you wish to perform.
Dicker immediately speaks up for the remedial students. We'll take the challenging one, Professor. I believe that one should give us double XP.
What's next? Oh, well, I mean, I know what an XP is. Never mind.
And you said that there are a point system, so to speak?
Yes.
What do those points do for us as students?
Well, the higher the points, the more likely you are to be admitted.
Oh. And I look to the two of my friends, and, my friend Bo here is able to work with us, right?
Hi.
As I said, the written exam and the failures that occurred during the written exam may be made up for here.
I look to my friends. Do we want to do the harder one?
Okay.
Yes.
You're up for the challenge, Enders?
Hardcore.
If it provides more points, if our reward is bigger, then yes. If the reward is the same, then there's no need for us to extend our capabilities.
I wonder if they have scholarships.
I have
Maybe
one
there are-
goal, and that's locating the tower that has the most magical artifacts.
Wouldn't that, like, you know, if you were just to enroll and then have a library card, couldn't you do that, you know, without getting in trouble?
Grimoires?
Well,
And
yes.
things of that nature?
This was, I thought, the point of us doing all of this for sure. But if the reward is the same, why extend? And I looked down at Iris's hand. Expose ourselves to limitations.
It could be more experience. They said
That
was
it could
double.
be, but is it worth you having long-term damage? As I said before, something's disrupted in you. It requires time. By the looks of it, a lot.
By the way, guys, should it be concerning that weird elf guy knows what XP is? Is he a player?
The other group is, by the way, they're like talking. You can see the other, both Percy and Walhin are like throwing their arms. Are you crazy? What do you mean we're doing the harm? Who cares about double XP? Double XP! It's going to be so good. What are you worried about? You worry too much.
I'll raise my hand.
Yes,
What is XP?
I have no idea.
That's what I thought. And I looked to the others. This XP you speak of does not exist.
And he just mentioned it.
Calamities. Abnormalities. They are strange. So we have to make a decision. The professor's not going to wait much longer.
Professor, just one question before we make our final decision. We are going to work together, by the way. Is there any sort of level suggestion for the harder difficulty?
I believe what she means is, what's in it for us? If we go with the harder one or the easy one, they both have the same results if we
Well,
pass.
no.
or-
They
No.
do not. The easier the challenge, the less likely you are to show off what you can do. There will be less points awarded.
Ah,
But
I see.
if you fail miserably, it won't matter.
Yes, but my question was not what you just suggested. Because she knew about being a level 10 spiritist. That's why I'm asking.
Ask away. My
So-
bad.
Is there any sort of suggestion for level that you would recommend for the harder trial?
Please make an insight and willpower, difficulty 14.
Insight, willpower, 14. 11 failure.
Okay. This is a new scene, by the way. I know you have some special bullshit that is activated per scene, so I'm letting you know.
I just feel like there's gonna be a way more important thing that's gonna come up in like shortly that I should probably use it on, so
Okie doke.
These creatures are chosen based on what I perceive to be your current level of skill.
right. Okay. And I'm just going to look to the others. Anders, so the point is, if we do this, it's going to make it so that we are going to get stronger faster at a harder difficulty, as well as getting more points.
Us get stronger. Or us showing our capabilities to the
Both?
professor. Well, I'm up for the challenge. But
I am too.
don't blame me what happens to this room.
Dicker kind of worms his way over to the group and says,
Do you hear that?
"Hey,
Hey,
What do you want?
Hello.
Hi.
I know that you might be worried that this might be too hard. I just thought I'd let you know there is when you are admitted into this school, depending on how well you do in their initial trials, they reward you with different things.
I see.
We've all been accepted, you see, already, but there's some confusion about how we might continue here. So I thought I might give you a heads up. The better you do, the better the reward. I just
Thank
thought you might
you.
like to know. Because we'll be taking the higher one.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is you can do.
You wanna go first?
Oh, why would we go first? Surely you would want to go first.
All
No,
right.
I believe that you should go first. You spoke up first, and you seem to be confident. You did take this before, apparently. You
Professor,
have-
I think they want to go first.
Can I demonstrate power now?
I wouldn't do it in a way that's physically harming to someone.
What about mentally?
Well, depends
Maybe
on what
we
you
should-
mean.
Maybe we should wait until we're being graded. Otherwise, it's like jumping the
We
gun in a
might
race.
fail.
Right.
Right.
But-
Yes. No. Do not let him egg you on. We've got this.
I
I
mean,
think they're a little nervous, Professor. They should probably do the easy version of the test.
No, we will be doing the difficult version.
I would really like to show my
hardcore
talents
version,
now.
the hardest version, the harder one. Two hards in a row, baby.
Maybe not two.
Well,
got
we'll be
carried
doing
away,
the
sorry.
difficult one as well, Professor.
And which one of you shall be going first?
Them, of course, because he's such a charming specimen of magical capability.
And he volunteered first.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you're thinking of us, but I couldn't impose, really. Why don't you three go first? I am so curious to see how you will do.
Oh, is it because you need to watch how we do things?
Of course.
Well, I will always watch how you do things. The professor's looking between the two groups. I would like someone from your group to roll a d20, please.
Meyer.
Okay, rolling a
1d20,
Low is
slabby
bad,
boy.
or low is going later.
Low is bad. Well, I always roll low. Watch this. 11. That's not too bad.
Wow, that was the milk toast roll.
12.
Hmm.
12. Dicker says, "Oh, we'll go second then."
I thought.
Surely. That's fine.
Did you say the lower goes later?
I don't know what I said. But what's
Like
what's
lower
Dicker?
in number as in like
Yeah.
closer to 20 goes later.
Dicker. No, that's not what I
What?
meant. What I meant
Oh.
was, and it came out wrong, was that whoever wins the roll with a higher number gets to fucking choose.
Right.
Whatever they
Okay.
want.
All right.
I
Okay.
said it wrong. It was my bad. We'll go second. And the professor says, "I don't care. Get him on the dais."
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
As we'll ever be.
Okay.
Unless we can rest for a bit, then we'll be all ready, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that would be good, but
Ready?
I think so. Should I drink a potion beforehand? What do you think?
Doping and a
Are
test?
you suffering from mana sickness?
No, I'm just a little. You know what? Professor, is it okay if I didn't sleep very well last night. Is it okay if I drink a potion?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and just fill my mana back up.
Okay.
Is our clocks clear?
Your failure and success clocks.
Yeah.
So they are going to be reset. Yes. So before you do that,
Oops.
yeah, I figured. I should have said that faster.
It's okay. I just ticked off one.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the written exam, if you failed that, you have no bonuses going into this exam. If you passed the written exam, you will be starting with 2 successes.
Very well.
And
The
if we
failures-
succeeded one over,
If you failed the written exam, you start with 1 failure here.
If we pass, we start with 0 failures.
If you pass, you start with 0 failures. Yes.
Excellent. All right.
And you are sure you wish for the difficult exam? Very well.
Wait, so I already have a failure then?
That is correct.
Okay.
Which schools of magic are you the most comfortable with? Each of you, please.
Elemental.
Animals or something. Chimerism, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritism.
Very well. If those are the schools that you are most comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to keep that in mind during the exam. Showcase as many skills as you can, and showcase your best skills when you can.
And does it have to only be in that domain, or is it something that we could bring something else out?
Your job is to impress.
Understood.
Well,
Gulp.
all right.
Okie dokie. Difficult exam.
Uh-oh.
All righty.
Oh.
It's Muhn. Dun, dun, dun.
Muhn shows up and just uppercuts the entire castle into space and would die.
I think they pass.
Okay, as you get yourselves situated onto the platform, you can see the professor. There's what appears to be like a series of crystals that the professor. It almost looks a little bit like Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Like she's readjusting these crystals in this little control panel thing, and she's moving them around a little bit. And as she does, you can start to see creatures begin to appear inside this area. Why are those bars showing up? That is not fun. I have to adjust them for everybody again. Cool. That's fun. Let's do that. Okay.
Mommy?
I'm
sorry.
Let's see. We need one of those. These.
Big Daddy? Sorry.
You'll have to excuse me, chat.
Oh, right, Big Daddy.
We had several. Basically several modules stop working after the after our game was patched, and it has borked several creatures for me. Okay, and let's see, and we need one of these. Is that gonna work? Oh boy, is that gonna work? Please? No? Okay. All right. That one's just not gonna work at all. Let's try this again.
Doesn't mean we win.
Nope.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna do one of those.
We scared them into submission.
There we go. Okay, there are 3 creatures that begin to materialize on the other side of the platform. One kind of looks like a Big Daddy from BioShock. It has that kind of look to it. It's obviously some sort of construct. There is a flying construct of some sort, and then there looks to be like this it looks like a woman with waving red hair, except snakes are kind of growing out from her arms and stuff, and slithering all about. And the professor says, "Ready yourselves?"
Hello.
And begin!
All right. I'm gonna add you all to the encounter, and I think it's time for us to roll some initiative, please.
Enders, you probably have the best, right? If you shift-click the group check, it'll bring up the initiative check.
Sure.
6 failure for me.
Okay, supporting. Ooh, a 7 failure from me. Get on my level.
Doing great, doing great.
I just need to roll group check, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, the number to beat was a 9. A 9. They are gonna go first.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Here we go.
We're dead.
No, it's weaving combat. We're okay. We're okay.
Okay. To start things off, the woman in the back with the snakes, you can see these snakes sort of begin to dance around, and her eyes start to change color to this sort of red appearance, and they start to glow. You all start to gaze at this creature as she uses a spell. Unfortunately, not your kind.
I kind of gathered when you made 2 constructs
Well,
that they were there
What-
so I
what
don't
were you-
steal spells.
what were the classifications for yours again?
At the moment, it is. Blah, 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 let me find out. It's down here. So beast, monster, or plant.
None of those. Okay. As she casts. Ooh.
I don't like that.
Ooh.
That's a weird move. What does ooh do?
Actually, I need to check on something because it's not saying what the max is on this. And if she can target all of you, that's super not good. So give me a sec. Let me just look this up in the actual book. 'Cause this is kind of important. Okay. Okay, up to 3 creatures. Great. She is going
Perfect.
to cast this on all 3 of you. She will cast Brain Melt.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Okay. And
Jokes on her, I have no brain.
Ooh, that's a hit on all 3.
Ooh.
You lose.
Game over.
Which are 17 mind points. All 3 of you.
Ooh.
So we just click on the button.
You should be able to click on yourself and then I think you're gonna have to do it. I think you have to do it manually, unfortunately. Sorry.
Okay.
Did we lose 17 or
70.
oh,
17.
18 plus 10, yeah.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay. And it is your turn.
Oh, my brain. Ah. I'd love to go first if that's okay, guys.
Go for it.
Okay, then as my brain starts to roil, you start to see me go, ah! And as I do, my main brain starts to shake like a subwoofer, or like, like a drop of water in a lake, and it kind of goes all around me, but as it does, sound emanates as I use a thundering roar! Ah! And so what that's gonna do is that all 3 of them now, well, have, I guess, let me read the thing. Bo chooses any number of creatures they can see, and each of those suffer shaken. It just kinda happens.
Okay. And there is no roll for this, huh?
It wasn't for the dragon, who I stole the move from.
Alrighty. My own special bullshit biting me in the ass. Alright, let's see. Can I do shake? Okay. Alrighty. You see them all sort of like recoil from this. Okay. Yes, they all appear to have been shaken by this attack. Very nice. Bo. Okay, and I think next we're gonna have the large construct. The bronze golem is gonna rush forward and will begin to. You see it start to like whirl its arms as this thing sort of rotates and spins like a top, and it will do a whirlwind attack.
Uh-oh. Not the whirlwind attack, is it?
I don't know which
The
one
one
you're
that-
thinking of.
We got, was it a twister, tornado, whirlwind?
Tornado. That was tornado.
Ah,
Okay. Can I do this? Yes, this should work. Let's unselect people. Ooh, Enders and Iris. It manages to rush forward. Bo is kind of still in the midst of roaring as this creature spins its arms wildly and will attack you with air damage. 15 air damage to both of you. You're buffeted and you're sort of like thrown towards the edge of the platform, and there's like a purple sort of shield that catches you as you're and it's not like a saw. You're not like caught gently. It's like hitting a wall behind you as you smack into it from this creature who barrels forth. Okay, whose turn is next?
I can go if unless. Alright, as we're being thrown, I'll grab the side of this wall and snatch the air out of the, or snatch the wind, let's say elements, into my hand and twist them around mine and say, okay, you're gonna be a problem. And as I hit the ground, I will cast Ventus on the air construct.
Okay.
Wait, what can I? Oh yeah, it's T to target. That's right. Oh, it's supposed to take my dex.
Oh, with
Every
your
time.
bow?
Yeah, every time
Yeah,
I
you have to.
cast this.
You're gonna have to do it manually, unfortunately.
Uh,
Just do a
okay.
roll check, Dex and Dex. You're trying to beat an 8.
what?
That's crazy.
You rolled the exact same thing.
Wow, that's
horrific.
wild.
wow.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. As you summon forth the air, maybe the air is kind of distorted by the attack that this bronze golem just attacked you with, but you're not able to summon forth the gust of air that you're trying to, and it just kind of veers off course, and it sort of spins around, maybe tossing everybody's hair, but it doesn't seem to do the concentrated push that you're trying to do.
Strange.
Okay.
That'll be it.
The Razor Bird. This was a potential enemy that you could have fought when you were in, when you were back in Syntharis.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Ooh. You can see that this one is made up of various metal bits and things. This one, I think this construct, is quite obviously modeled after some kind of hawk, right? And as it's flying about, it's moving rather quickly, and then suddenly you start to see like its tail feathers separate, and there's small rockets there, and the rockets begin to fire, and it flies super fast towards someone. Let's see if this is set up right as well. I have to check every time now. It's should be able to randomly target. Let's see if this works properly. Yep. Bo, it flies towards you as flames erupt from the rocket below its tail feathers. and it leaves this trail of fire behind it as it rushes towards you, and you manage to roll out of the way. Okay.
Ooh.
Iris.
Okay, they said to impress. Okay, let's impress him, yeah? And I'm going to go ahead and raise my staff, calling forth Judicara Veil of Sacrifice. It'll begin to go ahead and glow as it illuminates the room a little bit further, kind of with a blinding light as she apparates behind us, kind of like a Terran reality. And she takes a sheet of like, basically it's her veil. She takes a veil of like basically stardust and throws it over us. And I'm gonna go ahead and give us, I'll give us air resistance, since that creature used one before. So that's everyone but me. You two both get it.
An arcanum as well. Interesting.
That never gets old.
Now
be
we have
able-
Judicara's help.
Should be able to
Hi,
click your
Jude.
token, and
Oops.
you might be able to just drag the resistance onto it or click it from the chat. Okay. New round. They go first. Okay, I think we're gonna have the Echidna go first. This time, it will. I think you can see the snakes start to multiply out of this creature's sleeves. They just kind of start to slither all about, and the snakes just kind of like double up. It's almost like she's cast some sort of Kage Bunshin on the snakes as they begin to. They just kind of split and separate, and they start crawling all over the place as
Ah, cool.
they
but
do
gross.
a tangle of vines. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Is this gonna work correctly? I think so. All right, let's see if this works right. Ooh, Enders, the vipers that begin to slither all around. You see them like rushing towards the group. Several of them sort of separate and head towards you, and this is going to be a 20 versus your defense, and you are hit for 23 poison damage. And you feel their fangs sink into your feet and flesh.
As they do, you'll see me get impacted by each one, but there's no expression change on my face.
Alrighty. That is it for their
Enders.
turn. Who's first?
I guess I could attack. I will, cast my gaze at the giant, bald, tub-looking man who resembles a Big Daddy, but not in that way, but in a Bioshock kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast freezing breath at him.
That is a hit. I love how it turned upside down for the animation. That's fucking great. Yes, as you begin to freeze this creature, you can see that it still hadn't quite recovered from its last attack, and it's sort of. You see the ice begin to travel up its legs as it begins to slow down from this attack. Very nice.
They take an extra 5 points of ice damage because they're shaken.
Not stirred.
I don't know how to stir. No hands.
Could do it with a pseudopod.
Could try.
That not work? No, it worked. Okay. Alrighty. Is that it for your turn, Bo?
That is it for my turn, Bo.
Okay. The Razor Bird whips out a fucking Gatling gun from underneath its wings. You see these little panels open up as it begins to fire at two of you. Let's see which one will be the victim.
Dib's not it.
You're our tank. What do you mean, not it?
I mean, don't worry, never fear. I will.
Ooh, that's
Take
a
a shot.
crit on
Ooh.
Iris and Bo. Ooh, let's see what we can do with that. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Iris, hang in there.
I think we're gonna get advantage on both you and Bo. Get a +4. Okay, so that should do 11 damage. Iris and Bo, make sure to apply that to yourselves. And yes, the next creature to hit you is gonna get a +4 on its attack. All right, who's next?
I'm gonna go ahead and go next because otherwise we're gonna have some trouble here. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'll grip my staff and look back towards Enders as I select him as my cognitive focus. Now this is something new. It's kind of something that you feel some sort of like presence over you. Like you feel truly seen here in this moment. And this is going to go ahead and reduce the amount of mana that I spend on a heal, as well as as well as giving them more HP for this. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and I will cast heal upon both of us. And what that will do for me is it'll be 10 to heal myself, and then it'll remove how much for you? I think it's just the 4. So it'll be another 4. So I'm at 18 mana. Now we have a few things to get through here. So you're going to get SL +2, so that's an additional 8 HP on top of the 40 HP. And then you're gonna get healing power, which is gonna be 12 HP. And then you're gonna get support magic, which is gonna give you our bond strength to your next roll, so +2. So I don't know if that fully heals you, but hopefully it does.
So you effectively got 60 HP healed, Bo and
No,
Enders.
just myself and Enders, because Bo is looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll undo that then.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Wait.
And you get a +2 on your next roll from support magic.
Alrighty. You said something about extra. Oh, that's just healing. Extra healing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it just puts me at max, I think. And on my next roll, I get +2.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Bronze Golem is going to go. Yes. Spiritist, level 10. Intriguing. It was not lying.
30.
Okay, the Bronze Golem is going to Whirlwind again, I think. That is a hit on Bo and Iris. This thing just keeps windmilling its arms, and you start to feel the air get just spinning around this area again, and it's tossing your hair in all directions. And Bo and Iris, the air gets concentrated in your direction. These basically like you're being thrown into a wind tunnel, and you are launched backwards again, smacking into the barrier for 14 air damage this time.
And that's 7 for you, Bo, because you have resistance.
Okay.
Okay. Enders.
I am going to look towards. I don't know what it's called, but the one with the snakes.
Okay.
Instead attacked me. And I am going to bend down behind Iris, grip the ground, and you'll see these darkness start to form for my hands, and snake over towards her, and then it'll form an image of myself behind her. And I am going to. Where is it? God, I have too many spells. Here it is.
For real.
The image is going to open his mouth and then bite into her.
Ooh. Drain Spirit.
Was that with your +2?
That was
No,
not.
it's not.
So not with the +2, and you.
And I didn't do dex.
Yeah, you got to do Dex.
Fuck. Okay. Keep forgetting the stupid thing not working. What is it? Roll check, right?
Yeah.
Dex plus
Gotta
2.
beat-
That's modifier.
Beat a 10. 10 is your difficulty.
There's 11.
Okay. And you had a 13 technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. That is a hit.
Yeah, so the image of me will grip her head, pull it back, and then sink his fangs into her neck. And you'll see the snakes come back to me and roll up my body, and then give me back mana.
So you hit for 21 mind points there. Half the mind points. So you'll get back 10.
Yeah, okay. And I'll stand up and then reset myself.
Okie dokie. New round.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. And,
It's not your turn.
Oh,
You go first.
new round. Of course, yes.
I'm gonna try and sit there and just deal with it.
Right, I'm gonna sit down and take it.
The Razor Bird is going to go first, and we're going to have it do a. It's going to do another Gatling gun attack. The Gatling gun starts spinning up again as it will target 2 of you. Enders and Iris, another hit.
Holy shit, can you look somewhere else?
Yeah. So, Enders and Iris, as this is happening, you hear the sound of like a lute being played, kind of like accompaniment, and it's sort of in rhythm to this creature attacking you. And you realize that it's coming from Dicker as he is starting to play this like happy melody to go along with this attack that's happening, and it kind of throws you off. And I'm narratively leaning into the +4 bonus that the creature has, as your attention is lax for a second as the Gatling gun is firing, and you're listening to Rickard play a little ditty on his lute. And that's when they died. And and you just like, what? And then you turn your heads for a second as this is playing in the background, and it's all like happy, plinky plunky, and then
He's playing a what on his tune?
yeah, it's just kind of like this happy melody on the lute.
A ditty?
Yeah.
I know. Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Wow, that was a reach. And it gathers Bo and Iris's attention. Enders, you don't notice it, but Bo and Iris are kind of like not paying attention as this is happening. And then you're snapped back to reality as you're riddled with projectiles. And you will both take 13 physical damage. Okay, who's next?
Me!
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I'm so pissed at him! I'm gonna go ahead, and first of all, I'm gonna heal myself! Oh wait, yes, I'm gonna heal myself first and foremost. Back to full HP. And now I'm angry.
Now she's angry.
Judakara! And I'm going to go ahead and unleash Judikara's attack, dismissing her. It's going to be 30 light damage to each creature.
Okay, and it ignores resistances.
Indeed. But not vulnerabilities if there are any, which is great.
Okie dokie.
Pretty great.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, immediately as this flash of light erupts from Judikara, you can see that snake creature in the background. The snakes all hiss violently. Several of them, you see them shrivel up and like turn to ash as the light cascades over them. And they all the creatures seem to get caught off guard by this attack. Okie doke.
I say, remember raid training, focus the same target! And this time I shift from the big bubble boy
Your
to...
turn.
Oh, of course.
Iris just
I'm
went.
having a day.
Well, it's just really excited.
It's just really warm and I can't think because my brain's bubbling.
Okay, the echidna is gonna go next. I think this one is going to... I think we're gonna see these snakes start to mass up together again, and they start to spread out, trying to head towards one of you. Looks like it's gonna be Enders again. Enders, the snakes must have loved the taste of your blood because they latch onto your legs and inject you with venom. Another 23 poison damage from this attack. See Enders like tearing them off as they they sort of like dissipate the second they've done their attack. Okay, who's next? Bo?
Okay. I wait until end. No, I'm gonna go ahead and attack the echidna, you called her, with a freezing breath.
That is a hit.
That's
Very
26 points of frost damage.
Okay. As you hit her with the ice, you can see this like scream sort of welling up. She's building up. She freezes, and then like by the time she's frozen solid, it shatters, and she just falls to the ground.
Oh, where'd the snakes go?
They all
Good job,
dissipate
Bo.
as well.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. The bronze golem's turn. I think this time we're gonna see this creature rush forward and try to punch one of you.
Still gonna be me. It's never
Or it's
me.
Iris.
It's none of us.
It rushes forward, winds up with a big punch. Woof. It does a haymaker right across Iris's head as she ducks out of the way from the attack. Enders.
As I rip the snakes from me, I'm going to grip where they bit and pull blood up into my hands, and then smear it across my arms, and then open a rift and dig into it to cast this next spell. I'm going to cast Umbra. Oh, I did not choose the target. Oh, it's supposed to be 2 targets. Well, hold on. And I got to do the dex.
Well,
God,
yeah,
it's...
Yeah,
I hate
it would
doing
be.
this, I'm sorry.
It'd be for both that are there.
Wink, wink. Well, wait, do I have to shift?
Yes.
Or are you going to just... Do I have to shift target? Yeah, there we go.
It doesn't matter. You gotta roll dex and dex anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's so annoying. Roll check. 11.
Yeah, that is a hit for both of them. Okay.
Okay, not only does it has a... Wait, the opportunity happens on me automatically, right?
No. So if you get an opportunity, you get to do weak on the creature.
Ah,
So that's
okay.
if you get a crit, basically, you get to do weak as well.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay. Let's see. So they're gonna take your high roll plus 15, which should be 21 as well. Same thing, right? Yeah, same thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you see this dark. What does it look like when you hit with this, Anders?
Oh yeah. So I pushed my hands into the void, and once those rips open up on the both sides of these creatures, these large, dark, clawed hands comes up and slams them into each other, and then dissipate, and a storm will hit. And as the hands rip out, I will then stagger a bit and step to the end of the platform and then regain my footing.
You see these shadows sort of tearing into the creatures. Bing, bing, bing. You hear like rivets pop and break as the metal kind of like bends where it connects. The razor bird in particular looks like it has it took quite a bit of damage. Okay, you're around. They go first. The echidna is out of combat. Okay. Let's see. I think we're gonna have the razor bird go again. This time it's gonna do. It's going to do a dive attack. And let's see who it will target. See if this works. It does work, but it misses. Anders, you see this razor bird fly towards you. You spin out of the way as you see these razor-tipped feathers slice past you. You spin, and just like the barest hint of a part of your clothing just gets sliced like it's butter, just from the razor's feathers of this creature. It slices through the air, flies past, circles about, and you can see like sparks falling from it where it has taken damage. Okay, who is next?
I would like to aim at the bird and fire a slime shot at the bird.
Okay, is this a ranged attack? What are you attacking?
Oh, oops! It was a ranged attack. Yes,
Okay.
because my class mutant allows me to turn my physical attacks into ranged attacks. My unarmed strikes even into ranged attacks. It would have been a 13 to hit. So
Yeah. This razor
cool.
bird is now flying close to the ground. It's technically still flying, but its status is no longer flying after it did that dive.
okay. I think either way, my attack ignores the flying, and would
Had
do
the-
19 point.
You had the echidna targeted, but this is still a hit.
Okay. My bad. And then, as I hit, I should have done this before, but I forgot, so no takesy backsy, so I'll do it only just for this one creature. I'm gonna use my, mutant, thing called, what's it called again? It's called Genoclepsis. This. When I deal damage to one or more NPCs, I learn their species, and then you tell me what their therioforms are. So, like, is it flying? Is it this or that? And then I'll be able to, like, say, I want that!
These are constructs, so I don't know if you're still able to get the benefits from those.
I would do, because a construct is a species, and higher level chimeras can, in fact, even,
Copy construct.
yes.
What?
But that's for chimeras, and for mutants, that's a whole different ball game, and it doesn't. Mutants don't care about nothing. I just need to know what their species is.
Okay. Yeah. This is Arpactida. Arpactide.
Okay.
Arpactida. And you do this for both? Just the
I
one?
mean, just
It's
the
just the
one.
one.
I should have done it earlier. Then I would have had it for the 3, but I forgot about this, so it's just the one.
Yeah. That and Electrophora.
Okay. I will Yeah, I'll use half my hit points to get those abilities. So you see Bo as a ball of slime start to develop these weird-looking floppy slime wings again that kind of just look like smaller round slimes to the side of him that start flapping really fast like a ladybird or something, and then all of a sudden you kind of hear as they start to generate electricity, and I'm airborne.
Very cool. All right, let's set you to flying. Okay. Alrighty. I assume that's it for your turn, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the bronze golem's turn. You no longer have resistance, air resistance, correct? Because
Yes.
Chidakara was dismissed. Yeah, so make
Indeed.
sure that you take that off, Bo and Enders. That's on your effects page.
Okay.
Little magic wand.
I got it.
Done.
It is gonna try and whirlwind again. It is a hit on Iris and Bo for 17 air damage. Again, you're just like tossed. It looks like pinball is going on inside this barrier as you see Bo like smack into Iris, and they both go splaying out into the barrier around the platform.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm good. I think. Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Who's next?
I can go if need be. I'm going to target. Wait, you said this bird is not flying anymore.
Correct.
No.
Well, it's
Okay.
technically flying, but it's low on the ground.
I got you. It's like hovering or whatever. All right. I'll go for it. Should I roll check first and then do the spell?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see if I hit. Okay, it's a 10.
Okay. Is this versus? I assume this is versus magic defense. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, it'll be a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to do Giant Vigor. Oh, it's a 10 anyway. Alright, so what I'm going to do is you'll see me move at a fast speed. It's almost like a blink, and I'll end up behind the bird, and I'll engulf it and then rip at it. And instead of seeing metal and sparks, you'll see some kind of life source flow from out of it and come into me, and I'll blink right back behind the party
Ooh.
as it hits for 21
Okay.
damage, and it steals its vigor. But if it's drained to 0, I don't get any. I believe
Yeah.
that's how it
So
works.
you can see there's some kind of like if you can see I think like the shadow creep into the joints of this creature, and it kind of like it sort of spasmodically tries to flap its wings, and you just hear this like horrible like creak, like and breaking, like ping 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 ping, ping as it tries to turn its gaze towards you, and its head just kind of like unscrews and like bing boom boom boom, and it falls to the ground.
Just and then yeah, I'll just rip at his wings. I guess I'll just rip his wings off and then come back.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna say, so it just says that you recover more if it was reduced to 0. So I will say that you are going
yeah.
to recover.
No. If it's reduced to 0, I recover none.
So
none.
if, for
yeah.
example,
it was
they-
reduced to
It's
0.
nothing.
Yeah,
No. So it says if the loss was reduced to 0. So if it still loses HP,
Oh,
You still
you
get
still
that
get
HP.
the yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get 10 HP back. 10 HP.
Okay, works for me.
Sorry, I read that wrong.
no, you're all good. It's confusing.
Yes, the razor
You
bird.
better whack.
The razor bird just kind of like plink, boom, boom, falls to the ground, disabled. Okay. And the bronze golem is already gone. Iris?
All right. I look to the others and I nod. You're doing great. And I am dealing with a horrific headache now. My head is pulsating in pain. I grip my staff, and anybody who can read auras or anything of that nature or would be able to see it would see me condensing my mana and trying to concentrate it like through a pinhole, essentially. as I go ahead and first select the creature as my cognitive focus. Now, with that, I'm going to go ahead, since it is shaken, I get a bonus equal to 1, so I get a +1 bonus to my attacks, and my MP is now, the cost is now reduced by 4 times 2, so my skill level times 2. And so I'm going to cast Lux, but for 2 MP at this creature.
Wow. Alrighty.
So that brings me down to 6.
How do you destroy it?
Everybody would kind of see me sort of leaning into my staff pretty heavily. I used a lot of mana very quickly. And with that reduction, my eyes become even more focused on this target. And all of a sudden, the mana just is in the form of light, zaps from my arm all the way up into the crystal of my staff and launches a laser beam towards this construct, shattering it.
It falls to the ground. The remedial students outside the platform.
Wow, that was wow. We have to fight them now. How do we? Oh, okay.
I shoot a nasty glare towards Dicker.
When's the hard part?
Well done. Well done.
The challenging part?
Confidence is good. Arrogance is not. Remember that. You may step down.
This
Well
being
done.
serious.
Well done.
In trouble with teacher.
She said there was going to be a challenge, and I just keep mumbling.
As you descend from the platform, you can see the others looking not very confident. You can see the remedial students look at each other.
You sure we should do this on hard? I don't think we have a choice now. Dicker's stupid big fat mouth. Whoa!
So you're all doing the hard one, right?
Hold
I
on.
can't wait to see
Hold
your
on.
abilities.
No one's fat here, okay? I don't think that was appropriate, Percy. You want us to do hard? Look at what they just fought.
Well, they did it. We should be fine.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. You won't be fighting the same creatures anyway.
We won't?
No. Then you would have some sort of advantage being second.
Dicker looks like his master plan. You hear like glass breaking inside of his head.
You know that, like, nasty I gotcha kind of smile, like the, I give that to him.
Of course not. What do you think I am, some sort of an idiot? No. Get on the platform. It's your turn next.
I am ready for any challenge.
See, don't worry. Toggy has it. He's got this. As they begin to climb onto the platform, Walhin and Percy don't look so confident. As they
Good
begin
luck.
to climb up onto the platform. Okay, the professor gets the crystals set up as the remedial students begin to take to the platform. So Dicker says, "All right, so what's our plan? Are we going to throw around lots of magic? I mean, Percy, you've got this, right?"
What do you mean? All I know how to do is cast a firebolt. Okay, well, Tog, surely you've got more of that magic dust or whatever it is you have, right?
I have magic dust.
Good, good. Tog's magic dust will save us.
What about you?
What do you mean, what about me? I'm going to support from the rear.
That's what you always do.
I know, it's my role in the group. Don't you understand, Toggy? Don't worry, Toggy. I'll come up with the plans. You come up with the fight. That's what we expect of you. Yeah. Go win us the battle. As this happens, the professor begins to summon forth several creatures onto the platform.
While you're doing that, are we able to use IP points when we're out
Sure,
of combat?
absolutely.
Oh, great.
Spend them as you like.
Where is...
As the professor begins to summon up various creatures onto the platform, let's see here. We have a cactus-like looking troll creature.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that thing looks fun.
Yep. Okay.
Could have been you, Bo. Could have been
And
you.
let's see.
Could have been me. Could have been me. Yep.
There appears to be a horrific-looking carnivorous plant-like creature. Sorry, give me a second. I have to redo all of these creatures, and I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, and there also looks to be like two creatures that I think you've seen before, if I'm not mistaken. These arcane lanterns are also summoned as well. Okay. Oh wow. Can I just copy this? I sure can. All right. As these creatures are summoned, you see every like the remedial classes faces just kind of they immediately like start to lose all color, like they immediately get flushed. I think maybe the hard ones were probably a little too hard. What were you thinking, Dicker? Maybe double XP might be really bad. Double XP is the best. It's the reason for everything. Don't you understand? We can show our merits. We can show our courage. Plus, if we do this, then we can get the best loot. I don't know if the loot is the best for this. The loot's not gonna help us if we fail, Rickard. I mean, Dicker. And what you begin to see up on stage is the biggest clusterfuck of a combat you have ever seen. Over the next several minutes, you see Dicker running around, trying not to be hit. You see Walhin somehow getting really angry and trying to bite the ankles of the cactus troll, and we see them get stomped pretty flat over the next few minutes. It's horrific. They're bloody, they're broken, and as the combat ends, we can see...
Question, sorry. Do any of the monsters cast spells?
Let's find out. Yes.
Did any of them use a spell? Or did they just slap them down?
Do the monsters use the spells?
Yeah, did they?
Yeah, certainly.
Not the players, the monsters.
Yeah.
What spell did they use?
It's gonna be numbing gas.
Oh.
Ooh.
From the dragon trap, which is one of the creatures you
Wow.
could have run into.
I cast Spell
half
Mimic.
Mind points?
Yep.
When you see a creature belonging to the plant species, you can cast a spell immediately and learn that spell.
In combat? Out of combat? Wow.
Just as when you see.
Nope, you saw it. This counts.
That's crazy.
You also see this creature do pre-digestion.
Pre-digestion. Oh, I could eat so much more stuff.
Yep.
Jeez Louises.
Uh-huh.
all sources. Physical
such a good one.
damage.
Uh, mm,
10 extra? Okay.
and let's see, the arcane lantern does not. Yeah, it would have only been from the dragon trap. These guys are stomped flat. Toggy, or Tog, as you heard their name, is kind of the only one that puts up a reasonable fight. It's still awful. You can see, like, he's kind of doing something similar to the way that you seem to be using your bow magically, Enders. Yeah. But he's also throwing this, like, dust at the creatures as well. And he's trying to throw it, like, at his party. And it just goes horribly bad. Dicker is, like, the last one standing, and he's basically just running for his life around this platform. Ah! Ah! Oh no! And then all of a sudden he drops the loot and he starts bare knuckle boxing some of them, and it goes horribly wrong. He gets thorns embedded in his hands from trying to box the cactual, and it's like a horrible sight. The next 5 minutes is the most catastrophic failure of a combat you have ever seen. As you look to Professor Drosk, she's actually face palming.
They were admitted before in the academy.
Are you speaking to your group or
Yep.
to the professor?
Both, yeah.
Okay. The professor doesn't respond. She's watching this fight, and I think you catch a smirk on her face at some point.
I wonder if they donated a wing or something.
Why just a wing? It's a delicacy.
Oh no, I mean the as in like a part of the school or something, because this is, I feel bad. I hope they're okay. Should I help? Should I heal them when they're done with this?
No. As the professor says, confidence is one thing, arrogance is another, right?
But I'm not being arrogant. I just mean they might
Not
need
you.
medical
And
assistance.
I look at Dicker. Oh, he looks fine. He's breathing.
Oh, did they even dent one of them?
They took a few lumps maybe, but they all look horrible. They're all like battle, like covered in bruises and like small wounds and some bigger wounds. And you can see the professor says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it."
Yeah, they won't die,
All right, good.
unfortunately.
As she
What?
begins to heal them,
Go on.
says, "That was some of the worst attempts at practical magic I have ever seen. I think you're being a little harsh, Professor. Oh, my spleen. Oh, Toggy, is my spleen falling out?"
I do not know. But Quetzalcoatl is hungry.
And he moves this paper mache creature over to Dicker. "Get that thing away from me. She never helps."
True.
"This is all your fault, Dicker. What were you thinking? The hard one? We barely did anything in the written exam." "Well, I just thought it might be our only chance." "Well, maybe the professor will be generous and kind and let us." "You fail." What if I contact my family and maybe we could buy some things for the university?"
That one has resources.
It seems so. Maybe I wasn't wrong about their admittance. Maybe they did donate to the school.
Maybe we should visit them later.
Despite the generous nature of your family, Walhin, no, this was your final chance. You'll be escorted out of the university as soon as you are collecting your things. You may leave. Professor, I think you're being a little out. I've had enough of your stupid mouth. You think that with a silver tongue, you will be able to convince me that you are somewhat capable? No! You
I
have
slide a
shown
dagger
me...
from my belt when you say silver tongue. There's silver to be had.
There is
No.
nothing redeeming about you. There is nothing that can keep you here.
Well, to say that there's nothing redeemed, they're very nice. They tried really hard.
See? She understands us, Professor. Surely one such as you in your beautiful scowl understands.
Oh no, I'm not trying to convince anybody here. I'm just simply just saying, to say that you're worthless
Oh,
is kind
she's
of
in
rude.
our corner, Professor. Dicker,
no.
Dicker puts his hands on your shoulders. He's like, see, Iris wants us to remain. I think that is the most important thing. We have, of course, made an impact on the other students here. Yes?
Get out. You have 10 minutes to collect your things from your rooms. And then you will have to figure out if you can remain in Infernia at all. Good luck getting home. Professor? Out!
They all sort of look at each other, turn, and walk away out of the room.
Now, as for you,
Professor walks over to the three of you.
Hi.
first and foremost, congratulations. That was well done. I do not say this easily, but it is readily apparent that all of you are, in fact, heroes.
Were they?
She raises
I'm no
one
hero.
eyebrow.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I missed it.
I said, oh, I just mumbled, I'm no hero.
Would you like to know how you did?
Yes?
Please.
First and foremost, I was most impressed by you, Iris. You have a very capable understanding of your spells. However, all of you must watch your usage of spells. You must be cautious and be wary of how much your mind can tolerate the use of such spells in rapid succession. I know that you are trying to impress, but part of the impression that you are making is your capabilities during fights. You may not have the opportunity at all times to drink potions. Must be wary of that and save spells when necessary. You
I
had
did
points-
take notes from previously from our conversation. I've been working really hard on trying to concentrate my mana and be careful about it too. So thank you.
You say this, but you came dangerously close to a mana crash. Iris, you did well, showcasing several different schools of magic. Spiritism. I saw the capabilities of an accomplished arcanist, as well as the usage of what I gathered. And I was not aware that you were capable of such things. But you have also been branching out, it appears. If I am not mistaken.
The reading really enlightened me.
I was hoping that you would showcase a few other abilities that you had, but spiritism, and I believe the Esper, as well as knowing an Arcanum. These are all very exceptional things. You've done well. You have passed.
Thank you.
Enders,
Hmm.
you also did quite well. Managed to pass the written exam, and you have done a rather accomplished job, both with entropy and elementalism.
Is that what that is? The dark energy.
Yes. Well done. Not as varied as Iris, but still, well done. You also passed.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Yes. You.
I
You showed a capable use of several things. Chimerism seems to be your strength. Although it is difficult to tell, I believe that you are some sort of strange hybrid creature.
a slime.
Yes. Well, regardless, you have passed the practical exam.
Normal writing or eating books.
However, I must inform you that you are not going to be admitted into the school.
Do I wait outside?
Written exam was abominable. And you did not impress me enough with your magic. However, Iris, you have gained admittance into the Maleficarnum. Congratulations. Enders, your written exam was tolerable. Your usage of magics was significantly better. You are also admitted. Congratulations.
They have access to the artifacts in the grimoires.
The library, yes. But the most powerful grimoires are not available to beginner students.
Oh, I see.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes, you are welcome. Please keep in mind this is most unorthodox. Now, as for your friend,
Oh,
yes, Bo. Unfortunately, you will not be admitted into the university, as I have said, and you may not stay and remain in the Maleficarnum.
Hmm.
You will have to find residence elsewhere.
but I'm her familiar.
Yes.
I could wear him as a backpack. He can condense, and he sleeps in pots and things. So it's not like he would take up much room.
I need an insight and willpower check. And I think this is a group check.
Yeah,
It's up to you, whoever wants to participate in this.
He will also keep my urges at bay since he is the endless mana source.
And what is the difficulty on this one?
Difficulty is 14.
I thought so. Okay.
Mm,
Okay, remember to apply your bonds in the selection process too.
Difficulty is 10 to support, but it's 14
Nope.
for...
I've never rolled a supporting role in my life, so I rolled a 5.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
It's okay. She's gonna crit it. No worries.
I would first of all like to use a Fabula point to try and re-roll.
Power of friendship is not here.
So this is a roll about charming, and I'm being quite nice. Might I use my smiling trait?
Well, she did impress with magic.
Uh-huh. So if I have to use the priestess one, I could do that too.
Be smiling like that.
Well, the smiling trait was meant for social roles to begin with, yes. If I'm being sweet about it.
Okay, sure.
Thank you! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use Lucky 7 on that reroll, replacing the 2 and making it a 7 and making it a crit.
Damn. I forgot how broken she was.
Okay.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
All right. You have an opportunity here. I think it's gonna consume it immediately, just to basically convince the professor to allow Bo as a familiar. He's not getting his own room.
Oh, that is totally fine. That is absolutely acceptable, but he can stay with me. In a small capacity, he won't take up any room at all.
Mm-hmm.
He prefers bottles and sinks and buckets and
I don't care. Regardless.
toilets.
Reminds me of my mother.
Regardless, you have your choice of several items for your admittance rewards. Okay, here we go. You can choose, Iris, you can choose between 3 of these things. Let me check on this real quick. The Blessed Mace. And this is
Oh,
under...
that's melee. No, thank you.
Yeah, this is under the Infernia items. The Blessed Mace. The Encyclopedia.
Does it have a description?
No, they don't have descriptions, but I think they're in the core rulebook.
They should have descriptions.
Hmm?
Some of them,
Hmm?
maybe.
Oh yeah, some of them do.
Some of them do.
Yeah,
let's
I'll just
see.
paste them in here.
And where's this one? Sorry, I need to check on this.
Oh look, the pointy hat.
And the slimy jacket.
Ew.
Huh? I didn't do that, I promise.
Oh, none of those are very good for me.
Slimy. Oh, that does.
What? Just because it's slimy doesn't mean I did it.
Hmm?
Enders, you have the choice between the explorer's belt and the rough gloves.
Mm-hmm. Rough gloves. All right. Well. Weak is against might, though, I think.
Yeah, weak is might.
Hey. Hmm. Or the glove.
You do not have to choose now, but I thought
Ah.
I would give this option to you. And
Do I get anything like a bowl or I don't know, like, what do familiars get? Do I get like a roost?
That is entirely up to Iris. Unfortunately, we do not make specific accommodations for familiars.
Oh, the black tunic looks so nice.
Yeah, a lot of things do. Well, we'll think on it. But for now,
Yes.
what's next?
Next, you are to join your rooms, and tomorrow you will begin class. Now, keep in mind, you're going to begin class in the midst of, well, the year. You're probably going to be a bit lost, but this is a special occasion. The Archmagister has been kind enough to allow you into the school. Of course, this was at my behest. I am your patron, and I am glad to see that you have not disappointed me. Let's hope it keeps that way.
We'll do our best.
The professor sort of hands out a piece of like a scrolled piece of parchment that she says, there is a list of the supplies that you will need, as well as your schedules. And you can see there's like a detailed list of like random supplies and things that you might need. It's like that initial bill, like if you going to college and you see like the shit you need to buy in the school store, and you're just the bottom like falls out of your stomach a little bit because you see this like total like at the bottom for what you might need to get, and it's just like quills, it's like parchment, it's books, it's like you need to buy certain kinds of like random shit like plant feed and like crazy reagents and things like that. It's that never-ending list of school supplies that you need to buy.
What's the total at the bottom?
It says 500s in it.
Oh. Well, I bought the books. I think we should go visit our new friends.
I think Iris ran off to the bathroom. She had like the post-exam poops or something.
While she's gone, I heard one had a silver tongue. I can at least sell for at least 100, yeah?
If you want to steal it, I guess.
How else we're gonna get a tongue out of someone's mouth?
I don't know. Ask. Wait for him to die. Bet on it. You know, dice. Trade your tongue with his tongue.
I have an idea. Why don't we go in the middle of the night, take the tongue, and you take a piece of your body, form it into a tongue, and place it there. He would never know the difference.
That sounds illegal to me.
Since when are you worried about stuff being illegal?
All the time. I follow all the rules.
The professor hands you this information and says, contact me shortly with your requested items from the list. And good
Yes.
luck. I will see some of you tomorrow.
Bye.
Right. Let's go find Iris. I guess she ran over in glee.
As we see our group head further into Maleficarnum, we venture to a different place underground, deep into the caverns of Elanshu. We find Muhn. Making her way towards a bombard ant queen nest. Muhn, Tarn has left you here.
Mm-hmm.
With a task, you have quests in your quest log for first time in a while.
Yeah.
And
I look at them again.
Yes, your quests for getting answers. Finding out why you can absorb Emberstone. Why is Tim Cross here? What is his part in all of this? And a new quest. Destroy the threat. Or leave the veiled to their fate.
I reread it a couple times. What? The veil? Okay. And I keep moving forward.
Okay. As you make your way through the Elanchu Caverns, you come across a few bioluminescent mushrooms. You can see that some of them
bend
have...
down.
Yeah. You can see that some of them have been eaten, it appears. There are a few new ones that have been sprouted, but a few of them have been sort of gnawed on or ripped out of the ground. There are various pockets of light that are given off by these mushrooms. It's probably, aside from the underground lava flows that you came across, some of the only light that is down here.
Okay.
At the moment, you are still on the hunt for this Bombard Ant Queen. Or, as the quest has been presented to you, do you leave the Veiled to their fate?
I have to answer this question now?
Well, what are you hunting for, Muhn? Are you hunting for this Bombard Ant Queen, or are you hunting for a way out? Or something else?
Well, I'm hunting for the Ant Queen, of course.
I don't like to make assumptions.
Sure. What does it smell like in here?
Musty. It smells earthy, probably mildewy.
I bend down and I try and feel the ground. Is there any moss or anything, or is it just stone?
It's mostly stone. There's probably some patches of like damp here and there, but there doesn't appear to be any moss in the immediate vicinity. Dirt and stone, primarily.
Okay. It's pretty silent, right?
Yes. Might be a few drips you hear around, but that's about it.
I stand a little taller. Hello?
response.
Okay. Why is Tim Cross here? Why is Tim Cross here? And I start mumbling to myself. There's nobody here, so I might as well just think aloud. Under the veil. The veiled ones? Who's veiled? Why is there something in my quest telling me about that? That doesn't even make any sense. What does that have to do with me? Oh, and I kick a rock and I listen to it. Hello? I feel out in front of me. And I start crawling.
Okay.
And I'm listening. I'm listening to the ground. It's kind of wet. I don't have my gloves, so it feels really weird. But it's like this. Like how underneath a stone feels when you pick it up after a really heavy rain. It's like, oh, this is kind of damp, dank. But I swear I can hear something. That or I'm going crazy. Too late for that.
Please make an insight open check.
This is an open check. Eight.
Okay. It's so quiet here. All of your movements and like the rustling on the ground that you're making is just kind of echoed along the caverns as you continue to move. Your armor sort of gently clanging along the ground behind you as you crawl.
I wipe some sweat from my brow. Oh, it was cold and now I'm sweaty. This place is weird. Tim Cross. Of course it's Tim Cross. Oh, God. Oh, Riley would be laughing at this. Maybe even everybody would be laughing at this. What a prick. Just in my quests now. Ugh. Tim Cross sucks. Tim Cross sucks! Yeah, because he can hear. And my boots clang across the ground. And I just start stomping. I'm just gonna start making noise. I mean, really. What did Tarn think was down here? What is down here? Nothing. Nothing's down here. Nothing's down here. I'm walking alone in the dark. Talking to myself! But I found a Lanchu. That's something. That's something, right? That's cool. That's something to tell everybody when I get back up to the surface and I stop. To the surface. How far down am I? Oh, and I keep walking.
Let's make another insight check. Open.
7.
You're walking for a while, Muhn. You lose track of time, and it's a hard thing to do. It could be minutes. It could be hours. You just don't know. There's no sun here to tell how long it's been.
I kind of blink a couple times because I can't really see anything. But it's like I'm starting to see things that aren't there. Like buildings and crates and stalls and shops. And I'm just blinking my eyes like, oh, this is it for me. This has got to be it. And I wave. I wave at someone that passes me and they give me this confused look. Hello. Hi. Wow, they were staring at me kind of weird. And I'm passing by these people, just a bunch of like hustle and bustle, and now I really feel like I actually have a bit more of a purpose. And it is dead silent around me. It is so silent. But I can hear all these people. I can hear it. I can hear. Excuse me. No. Two for that. Hey, get back here. Whoa, sorry. Somebody steps in front of me. Little kid, couple kids, a whole gaggle of kids. Hey.
Please make a willpower open check.
That's an 8.
Few of these people you recognize as guild members of main character.
And I go up to them. Hey! We're part of the same guild! I talk to nothing. In fact, I might even be in front of a wall, but there's 2 people in front of me. How can I not say hello?
As you approach, they seem to glance at you out of the corners of their eyes. And they run away.
But
there's this look of absolute horror on their faces as they see you and run. Abject horror as they scream and run from you.
wait. I look down at myself. Did I say something wrong? I thought they were my guild. Members. Maybe I just had the wrong people. I probably just had the wrong people. Well, then I just shake it off. Keep moving.
Insight open check, please.
5.
Okay. You walk for an indeterminate amount of time. You feel yourself getting hungry, thirsty, tired.
Oh. My stomach echoes into the void. I should get some food. And I look around for any food. I need food.
It's starting to get concerning now, Muhn, because you're not sure how much time has passed since this has occurred to you.
I stop and stand for a second. I swear I can smell some kind of cooked protein, some baked muscle, some salted meat. That way. And I just change direction. What direction? I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm going in the direction.
Make an insight.
Smell it.
Open check.
7.
Yeah. You collide with a wall, Moon. You're gonna go ahead and take 6 damage.
I wipe my nose. It's bleeding. Okay, so no beat that way. No beat that way. I start sniffling. Okay. I'm just flailing my arms at this point.
Yeah.
Walking forward.
Have you ever done like VR stuff?
Yeah.
You ever accidentally smacked your hand into the corner of the dresser while you're doing VR stuff?
Yeah. Where you don't map it out entirely, and it's just like a feeling of your reality just completely.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
It's like 2-dimensional. Like, oh, that's where that ends.
It's like you accidentally punch a stalactite.
Ah! God. Isn't this supposed to be a game?
Moon.
Isn't it?
Moon. You know this isn't a game.
I know. Hey, can I spend an Ultima point? I have those, right? You said I have those? Hello?
How would you like to spend your Ultima point?
I don't know. How can I eat? I'm this close from gnawing on my own wrist. And I wipe my nose and I stand up. I want to see a light. I want to see something. I want to see anything. Anything at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What do you mean? Am I sure? There's nothing down here. There's nothing down here.
Would you like to create that, Moon?
What do you mean would I like to create that? Yes. Yes.
You spend an Ultima point. The cavern becomes filled with bioluminescent mushrooms. It looks like something straight out of Subnautica.
Oh no. Oh. And I bend down. And I pluck one. And I eat it. Without thinking. I just start chewing. Oh my god. And I grab as many as I can fit into my hand.
They don't taste
I'm
good.
just shoving them into my mouth.
They taste like nothing, basically. It's just texture.
I'm grabbing 5, 6, 7 at a time. And I get a grip. I finally get a grip. And I look down at the mushroom. Oh my god. You have no idea. You have no idea. You just saved my life. You just saved my life. That or I'm gonna be puking in 10 minutes. And I take a look. How many mushrooms are there? Is it just...
You can't even count them all.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I start walking and I try to avoid stepping on any mushrooms. I try to avoid stepping on any of them, but I think that's inevitable. They're just everywhere. Sorry. Sorry. Try not to. Oh, wow. And as I step on them, they get on my boots. And now there's just blue on my boots. It's like I'm stepping on a bunch of fireflies that are just going off. And my boots are kind of glowing now. And I pick up another mushroom. And I just kind of absentmindedly gnaw on it as there's this sort of squelching underfoot. And I look around and all this blue is illuminated on my face and in my eyes. And I must look crazy. Wow.
What the audience sees is an emaciated looking Muhn. Cheekbones protruding against her skin. And bloodshot eyes, sort of covered in soot. Her hair is a bit scattered and frayed, broken.
Man, these mushrooms, it's like eating. No. It's almost like tofu. But not even. Even tofu has a taste. How do these not taste like anything? How do you not even have a taste? Oh well. At least I'm feeling a semblance of being full, I guess. So that's nice. And I stop eating mushrooms, but I finished the one I've got, so I don't want to waste them. I look down at my hands. Whoa, and I hold them up. They're covered in scratches and dirt and cuts, and my nails are long, and my hands are so, you can see the bones in the wrists, in the knuckles. Oh, it's been a while since I've looked at my hands. And I look, and I feel like I can get it together. Does this cavern look like it leads anywhere? Is there something more promising where the mushrooms are almost more prevalent? I'm just gonna follow the mushrooms.
You created the mushrooms, Moon. Almost
Well,
like a bloom where you were.
oh, well, I just follow this bloom until it starts to dissipate, I guess.
As you continue down this cavern, Moon, you start to feel a familiar feeling creeping into your mind, your thoughts. It's almost like a thirst.
I recognize this feeling. It was right before I left with Tarn. One of the last conversations I had with Tarn and Ashriel. And then they showed me the Emberstone. I began to pick at my hands, at my nails. I'm aware of how awake I am. I'm aware of my extremities. I'm aware of my breathing. It's like whenever I look in a new direction, it's almost like I can feel my eyeballs squelching, pointing in a new direction.
Hear the
How can you feel
sounds
your
of
eyeballs?
hear the sound of your eyes blinking.
Yes. I'm just so hyper aware of all my senses, and I don't want to be. God, I start grinding my teeth. Oh. My palms are sweaty. And yes, my knees are also weak. And my arms are heavy. But I'm not hungry, and I'm certainly not nauseous. I'm just antsy. I'm antsy. Start doing some jumping. Hell, I start levitating. I'm not even aware of it.
There is something moving. You can hear it, Moon.
I stop. I immediately follow the sound. No hesitation.
All right.
You see this like blurred background with there's really no background, it's a darkness, but I am going at top speed towards this sound. Focused.
Very well. There is a grinding sound as you approach there's a tiny bit of light that is here. Maybe from your boots. But you hear more. And then as the light from your boots moves around, you see several creatures rolling towards you. And they do not look friendly. They're sort of bound up and bulbous in various segments. You've seen these creatures before. You know these are caterpillars. As they spin towards you, there are 3 of them. It is time for us to have some initiative rolled.
Oh, and I scream, I don't have time for this. I am antsy and I am full of it. I can feel it. All right, initiative.
You got a beat of 7. You can hit your own button there, yeah.
21.
Oh, Jesus. Muhn, you are going first.
Damn right I'm going first.
Here.
And I look at these things like, oh, I just don't have time. I don't have time for you. And I rush up to the very first one, the one that's closest to me. And I take Broken Revelry and just aimlessly, almost without thinking, just slice into the air.
Okay, that is absolutely a hit. You hit the first one and slice into it immediately with this shing strike. You see the creature recoil in pain from this attack. Okay. Alrighty. Its turn. Okay. Let's see. The one that you attacked is going to... I think we're going to see all 3 of them begin to roll up. The first one is going to immediately... and they will perform the guard action. Okay. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. This guy's right in front of me. I have almost no hesitation, no thought. I've still got Broken Revelry in my hand, and I am just there's this maddening look in my eye. That's like, oh, I'm just frustrated by these things. When really they're quite terrifying, and it's up in my face. Like these big glowing yellow eyes are just reflecting off of my skin at this juncture. It's pretty freaky, but I don't care. Broken Revelry, I'm going for it. I'm just slicing and dicing this thing as much as I can.
Okay. Alrighty, that is another hit. However, when you attack it, clang! This creature is rolled up. It looks a little bit like Sonic the Hedgehog. And it starts to spin. There's a bunch of gravel that kind of gets thrown up, and as you hit it, your sword just kind of has a glancing blow.
Oh. Damn defense.
Okay, the next one's gonna go. This one is going to... roll up into a ball and attack you. It rushes forward, Muhn, and spins, but you're able to raise up your shield and kind of push it away as it begins to attack, and that is a miss. Okay, it is your turn.
I'm just feeling this tension. There's this tension that I can't describe, and I'm still smacking everything that I can that's in front of me. It's almost like at this juncture, I'm not thinking. I'm just trying to kill it. So Broken Revelry again on this same bug. I'm gonna try and stab it this time since it's in this kind of weird state.
Again, clang. It appears to be immune to physical damage while it is spinning, man.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, not now.
Okay. Last one is gonna go. And this one will attack you as this one sort of spins forward and stops right in front of you. And then you can see its mandibles dripping with this, what must be some kind of venom, as it will try to slash at you with its mandibles. That is a miss, as you're able to block its attack, maybe with Broken Revelry, push its mandibles out of the way. You see its venom like landing on the ground, being obviously very poisonous. That is a miss. Okay, your turn, Muhn.
I'm getting upset, especially at this one that's in front of me. Like, I'd rather just, as soon as I can, end this. So, I just feel this tension in my head, and I channel this almost inner headache. And I unleash a powerful blast on all three of these creatures.
Okie dokie. Muhn, as you rear back with the powerful blast, we see Broken Revelry glow for a second with your imbued strength, and you see it begin to slice through the air as this wave of force and energy blasts outwards and slice into even the creature that is spinning quickly. And they are all struck. Very nice. Okay. New round. Your turn, Muhn.
This one that's still in front of me, is it curled up into a ball?
It is still spinning, technically, yes.
It's still spinning.
Until its
Are the
turn
others
comes
spinning?
back. The others are not.
Okay. The one that's not. The one that's in the middle. That looks like it's not trying to defend itself. I'm gonna stab it with Broken Revelry.
That is a hit.
Yeah, maybe you should have done what he's doing, right? Gosh, you guys are annoying.
Okay. Let's see. That is it for your turn there. The one in the front that is spinning is going to stop spinning and will rush forward as it seems to I guess it's gonna wrap up its spin, but it catches you off guard as it rushes forward and will attempt to cutter ball you.
Hoverball?
Cutter ball.
Cutter ball.
Yep. So luckily you're able to push off this attack. Clang, 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 clang. You feel these like spikes on the cutter pillar tear into the protective magics on Death's Embrace as you block it. And that is a miss for it. Okay, your turn.
He stopped spinning. Bad time to stop spinning, I guess. I'm still going forth with Broken Revelry. But I'm a little shaky, to be honest, so I'll be surprised if this hits. Still stabbed him.
That is a hit. How do you kill it?
I slice its head off. And it is not a clean cut, unfortunately, so it kind of dangles, and you see its eyes sort of stop being as lit as they were, and
Mandibles are
the
still
head is-
kind of...
yeah, they're kind of doing these, and then they
twitchy.
sort of slowly stop, and rigor mortis takes over, and it slumps to the ground, and I'm just disgusted at it more than anything. Oh God, just in my way. Guts are on my arm at this point. Ugh, gross. Ugh.
Okay. The next one's gonna go. This one will attempt to attack you with its mandibles. And that is a miss. This one comes spinning in, and then it raises up, and you see the mandibles like try to pincer on both sides of you. You hold up Broken Revelry and Death's Embrace and just kind of hold them back and push them away. Okay, your turn.
And this is gonna be for this guy, because he's come right at me. I'm gonna stab this thing with my left hand. Not really used to that, but I'm also not really in my right mind, so we'll see what happens.
That is a hit.
And I withdraw Broken Revelry, and it's covered in guts. And I see
How do you
it.
kill this one?
It's really not evident. It slumps to the ground kind of backwards. It is almost paralyzed as it falls backwards, and you see it poof, dust erupts, guts erupt. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I must have, that was where the organs were. Oh, and you see all these organs all over the place. They're just kind of out of the stomach. It's steaming, and I did not intend to stab it in the organ spot, but here we are. Now I'm looking at the last one like, seriously? It's your last chance. It's your last chance. Do you want to run away or not? I'm gonna just do the same thing.
Your turn.
I'm out of my mind.
It doesn't seem to be listening to you at all, man.
Of course not. They never do.
It's your turn.
I'm frustrated at this point. So I walk right up to it, and I just slash at it almost nonchalantly at this point, where I'm over it, and that instance I realize, I need to try. I do need to try. It's not just gonna stand there.
Okay. You have a new round. It is your turn. As this attack misses, you kind of swing a bit wildly, realizing like, oh, this creature is still alive. It still wants to kill me, and it doesn't care what I'm saying.
Of course. And I take on a parry stance. A fencing stance. And lunge forward with Broken Revelry. This time I'm really trying. It looks fancy. It looks like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is a proper attack, and you strike. You definitely pierce its carapace, and you can see you've given it a nice wound here. This creature does appear to be recoiling in pain. It's still up.
There, I'm fighting. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
It gets a bit more like aggressive as it tries to attack you, this time with its mandibles. And that is a hit this time. That is also going to apply the weak condition to you.
Oh, and as I'm like swishing my leg, ha 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 ha, like taunting it, I would say it probably chomps on my arm.
Yeah.
I think it gets my arm. And it's just like this totally anime moment where I'm just like, my eyes are like little bees, like, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off, gross, 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 gross.
It does the weak condition. You also take 13 poison damage.
Okay. How do I do this again? Sorry,
Just click your token, and then on the
there I am. Okay.
on the chat, you can there's like a little broken heart. You can just click yourself and then hit the broken heart if you want.
Okay. I think I did that right. Did I not?
You might not be able to. Maybe
It says weak. I have weak there.
Well, I don't know why that's happening.
It says I am.
No, you got weak. I was just trying to deal the damage, but the damage borked for some reason.
Okay.
So yeah, you took 13 poison damage. Okay. It's your turn.
Ow. Ow. And I'm looking at my arm. And there's two little bite marks, but they're relatively large bite marks, but it's like sizzling on the skin where it's like oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. And I look at this thing. Oh, well played. Oh, you son of a. And I lunge forward again, and this time I'm actually angry for this thing to put my life in danger.
That is another hit. As you strike with Broken Revelry, the creature is sliced open. You see all of its internals spilling out. Its mandibles still trying to reach you, and they just kind of slow down, and you see it stop moving and slide to a stop.
Oh, I look at my arm. Oh, I grimace. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. I turn behind me. Can I still see any light coming from those mushrooms, or is that long gone?
There was some bioluminescence on your boots, but as the fight wore on, it kind of has worn away, and there are no more mushrooms around you.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Make an insight open check, please.
Six.
Okay. It's quiet, Moon. It's dark. It's quiet.
Oh no. I can feel my arm. I can feel it tingling. This has happened before. It's not my first time being poisoned. It's certainly not my first time being poisoned. Oh, I shake my arm. Oh no. Oh.
Moon,
I gotta find a way out.
would you like to recover?
What?
Would you like to recover?
I stop. This voice that's asked me to recover hasn't led me. Did they want me to do it? Did they want me to do it? Yes, I want to recover.
You spend another Ultima point. Your status effects are all gone, and you regain 50 mind points. You feel that thirst growing stronger.
My arm. It feels like when you sit up after you've been sitting cross-legged, you know, and you sit up and you're like, oh gosh, my foot's asleep, or it was like my arm was asleep, and now all of a sudden I'm like, oh that's good, okay, great, no poison, no poison, no poison, no poison, no poison. We're fine, no poison.
No poison.
No poison, no poison, no poison.
Then I start walking forward. I am so aware of everything. I can hear every pebble crunching into my boot. I can hear my lungs collapsing with every breath I take and opening with each air that comes into my lungs. I can practically feel each oxygen molecule enter into my body, and I close my eyes and the world is spinning. It's like gasoline in my vision. I've never been more focused, and I've never been more hungry. I've never been more thirsty. But I'm full of mushrooms, and my stomach is no longer growling. I'm grounding my teeth.
As the
I swallow.
camera follows Muhn, rushing down further into the darkness, we can see almost like a night vision view. Things crawling along the cavern wall, familiar shapes of the spherical bombard ants. Waves of them trailing behind Muhn. In a distant cavern, we see a much larger variety of a bombard ant nestled into its nest. Familiar red crystal all around it.